Hello everybody and welcome to my channel. Go ahead, hit the like, hit the share. Make sure you're subscribed to all notifications. This video, we're going to talk about the fact that R. Kelly's lawyer wants trial delayed due to jail quarantine. Now, before we get to there, let me just clarify something very quick. You see, when I first started blogging about this whole topic, the stage was set pretty early on. Now, anybody knows me from Facebook knows that because of the way my profile was set up, if I didn't know you personally, I would not engage in messages from you. So when I started blogging about this topic, I opened myself up to a lot of weird-ass conversations and people trying to use my blog topic to start conversations with me. Nonetheless, I noticed very early on people like to name drop. Oh, I know R. Kelly because of this. Oh, this is my such and such. Just throwing his name around as though your relationship with him would define my topic. It didn't. So when I saw individuals aligning themselves with questionable people, I only presented what I saw occurring. What people interpreted and misrepresented was upon them. So with that being said, any person that aligned themselves with individuals whom I didn't want to associate myself with, regardless of how many people they sent my way to put my attention on another person, I felt what I felt. So moving forward, I suggest people learn how to respect people's opinion and move on.
Cut it, cut it, cut it, cut it, cut it, cut it.
Listen, bro, look, bro, the man dealt with R. Kelly in my living room, bro. The man dealt with R. Kelly in my kitchen. We dealt with Don Russell in my kitchen, bro.
I don't know what's up with Don. I'm gonna call Don, yo. I got Don personal number. I'm gonna call him. No, Triana, however you pronounce it. No, I didn't tag you. I tagged my decorators, but I did tell everybody I want to thank my entire team. There's too many names to name everybody, but I tagged because they deserve that credit. You get credit when credit is due. And they deserve that credit for designing, for decorating that place. And I walked in, this was phenomenal.
No, I ain't talking about them ladies. I'm talking about the lady, I just threw a couple little shots at, but as far as when it comes to R. Kelly, I do respect her work. You know what I mean? Okay. She said in her live today that DJ will contact her and tell her that you're making it all about yourself. And I'm thinking to myself, like, I didn't even know, her and him ever talked. I, went back that far. It ain't like it's my business or nothing, but it just make a lot of sense.
This is what I have been trying to show you, whether you knew it or not. I've been showing you that you were not the first person I was talking about. So I don't know if somebody gave you the impression you were, but the person that pissed me off was the person I talked to on the phone. And that person knew who he was. I didn't say his name. So when I continued to watch the shit show, that is when I continue to try to enlighten those what we're seeing.
Right.
And that's why I told you, if you remember, back when I said, don't let him put his things in you, bro. It wasn't for me to tell everything that he did. because I'm not that sucker ass type nigga. But it's for all of y'all to sit back and find out, like, yo, this nigga ain't right.
Now, across the board, I've told you all the same things. I'm not here to referee and tell you who's for and who's against and none of that petty ass bullshit. I'm here to put out my content and keep it pushing. Now, with that being said, I've given you enough information to where you should be able to use your own discernment and support who you want to support, but walk away from the drama.
We did our job. We brought the information to the public. Surviving R. Kelly went off, we kept that shit going. We got bus drivers, we got police officers, we got assistants, we got friends, we got people to lie, we got the storage, we got motherfucking video, audio.
Now, back to the topic. As we all should pretty much know, there's always all this extra unnecessary noise when news is coming out, and now it's no different, right? So, if you look around the internet, you would see that they're now talking about delaying his trial because, of course, having new attorneys, him being in quarantine, they're saying they haven't had effective or efficient time to meet with him. Now, it's interesting to read the paperwork and recognize that prosecutors are trying to make an argument of how pretty much there has been opportunity to meet with his counsel. However, this wasn't done. So again, let's just take a situation of you hire an attorney to do something for you. Your attorney is on record saying, I don't want to go to this jail and catch COVID. So now they're talking about this person is going to be the reason that your trial is being delayed. I don't understand why more people aren't focused on that fact alone. And moments like this is why I don't put certain information about the case on YouTube. Because as you can see, there's people working in overtime to keep you distracted from all the real things that you should be noticing and talking about. Like when I heard on the Ricky Smiley show today, so many people who are not even R. Kelly supporters have a lot to say about how this trial is proceeding. Yet when you look at a lot of these supporters online, the things that they have to talk about and vocalize is redundant, especially when you reflect on all the information I have single-handedly brought to you. But anyways, let's go with this article because y'all know how I do it. If you're in my Patreon, I'll be dropping the official motions in Patreon. As far as YouTube, we're going to keep putting out here the narratives, the information in which all of these corporations are going to be held accountable for, right? Let's go. A federal judge on Tuesday again delayed R. Kelly's trial in Chicago on child pornography and other charges because of concerns about the coronavirus pandemic, postponing it to next year. The 53-year-old R&B star has been behind bars since his arrest in July 2019 and 2 trial dates for April, then October this year were already pushed back. His new trial date is September 13, 2021. You see how they already changing up wordings? Before, if you notice, the terms they like to use was disgraced singer and such. Now it's the Grammy award winning and the R&B star. That's interesting. The Grammy Award winner has pleaded not guilty to federal charges in Chicago, accusing him of filming himself having sex with underage girls and of paying off potential witnesses at his 2008 trial to get them to change their story. So, I'm going to stop there. This is my problem with mainstream media. Them and some of these sources they have relied on have put all this information out there as though it is all factual. And they're going to be held accountable for that. For the simple fact, you're going to have to now prove, without a shadow of a doubt, this man paid off these people, even though they have come out on public record saying this is a lie, even though the person who fueled this fire has been convicted of extortion. You see, this is the type of conversation I like to spark, other than all the back and forth bullcrap others are entertained by.
Joel Ray headed up the team from Oak Park's Percy Julian Middle School between 1994 and 2003. He coached two of the alleged victims' friends, and the squad squared off against her rivaling team several times a year. He ID'd the female on the now infamous sex tape as the alleged victim and cited the girl's forehead, describing it to be the butt of several good-natured jokes. Jock Conway coached the alleged victim on the Oak Park River Forest sophomore squad in 2000 and 2001. He ID'd the girl on the tape as the alleged victim, also adding that he saw the defendant in attendance at one of her games. So the surprise witness is scheduled to fly in later this evening. The defense will interview him then. The prosecution will have the opportunity to take his deposition. That might happen early tomorrow morning before court proceedings get underway.
We want him prosecuted. We want him in jail. There's a tape of him urinating and having sex with a young girl. 6 years has been long enough. We want no more delays. We want him prosecuted now.
Ask him one question. Where was the parents when the girl was getting fucked? Where was she?
It amazes me how even now, a man's life is on the line, people can keep running with this source information and not doing their due diligence in validating this information. Think about all these people who have lost their lives, lost time, have been ridiculed, ostracized because of false rumors. Now, I spoke on a case a while back, if you recall, Jasmine Eland, in which we saw some graphic details emerge via social media. The thing that I thought was strange was seeing these surviving R. Kelly women latching on to this story. So when I start looking at everything as a whole and look at, can we really trust what we see? When I followed this lady and realized that these people are questionable as hell, and you could give reasonable doubt in the theory that everything that this Jasmine Eland character put into play was all set up. All she needed was the right type of creepy guy to fulfill an action she expected. And then she could say, me too. My patience with these women they keep calling victims is running very thin when I see the behavior that they still give you shows you something just ain't right. Hypothetically speaking, they were victimized. Nothing wrong with going on living your life and being happy. But again, why keep flaunting all this over-sexuality on Instagram, for example? When it comes to these people that say they support him, why keep sending all these mixed signals? Why keep getting on these platforms lying? Why do people want to divert your attention away from obvious lies these people have told you? Guess what? I'm here to remind you, because I don't miss shit.
I did not come to play with you hoes. I came to slay, bitch.
I ain't right back, I don't trust nobody. I just looked at my wrist, I got time today. Fuck it, I'm crossing the line today.